Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio is a sci-fi story framed as the memoir of the titular character, Hadrian Marlowe. He is known as the Sun Eater. He destroyed the sun in a planetary system that caused the death of an entire alien race. But we start the story off from the beginning, from his youth, and we're essentially seeing his whole life and trying to understand why he did what he did. The book doesn't have a very straightforward narrative. We're just jumping off chronologically through his life from his early years, where he is the son of a lord of the land of Medua. I will say, for the most part, the plot is the weakest part of the story. It doesn't have a centralized, as I said, narrative or a main goal. But where the book really shines is its lore and world building. That was my favorite aspect by far. It really dives into this fictional world. It's very much inspired by Dune. At least in the beginning, you'll feel that it's very almost derivative of it. But as it goes on, I felt more almost like Star Trek maybe vibes of just learning about these different civilizations, these different alien races, and these other societies and this empire that are very different than what we are used to. Also, Hadrian as a character is very interesting. He's not your stereotypical hero like in other stories. He makes a lot of bad decisions. He's very naive. He's very self-centered as a character. And he is learning, but it feels very natural of a progression. People don't just make one mistake and they just learn everything and change and mature. He lives in a bubble, but as the story goes along, he's kind of coming out of it little by little, even though it's not by the end, it's not like he's a different person. Another issue with the story is the side characters. I felt they weren't too strong. The story pretty much just centers around Hadrian. It's his memoir, so we're just hearing his thoughts and opinions. But for the most part, most of the characters kind of serve a purpose, and we don't really get much time and motivation with them. It's much more about him. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the book, so I would rate it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.